can be only one podcast, and may it be the Prince of the Universe. Hi, folks. I'm Matt.
And I'm Bruce.
Hey.
Hey.
Remember when your son was little? No. So, talk about a few things. Just kind of shoot the breeze for this since I have you around here, and we're going to do this. There's a movie we both saw recently that I want to talk about just for a minute. Folks, if you're looking for something to watch, we will both, without kidding, recommend The Menu.
The Menu.
It's actually really good.
Made me hungry.
I did not know anything about The Menu.
I had seen a trailer a while back. Didn't think too much of it, but then I kept hearing people talk about it.
I've heard nothing about the movie. I didn't hear people talking about it. It just popped up on my streaming service. I'm guessing it did for you too.
It was on HBO, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And I was like, what is this? I was like, The Menu, okay. And I read about it. I was like, and I watched the trailer. You know, I was like, I guess.
Trailer's a little misleading.
Trailer's a little misleading, but it got me interested a little bit. I was like, all right, I'll watch. And it's one of the things I had to watch. I didn't have anything to watch over my lunch break. And I watched it for the 30 minutes. I was like, oh, this is getting finished when I get home. Because I was like, this really pulls you in. And not to do, well, we may do spoilers later on.
And it's one of those things, it pulls you in with nothing really happening. It's atmosphere.
Yeah, it's the atmosphere, it's the look, it's feel. There's some humor in there too.
It's a dark comedy, but
it's a dark comedy.
It's not slap your knee dark comedy.
But it's got some mystery and intrigue. Everything has meaning. The guy who plays the head chef is excellent.
Yeah,
he is weird, but I could see Liam Neeson doing that role, like being the villain for once and everything. But anyway, so yeah, something that seems lighthearted and fun starts. You see something's not right, and then things go really dark. And then the only thing that's cheesy about this is the ending, but I forgive it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really cheesy at the end, but I forgive it because the movie, it's hard to keep me engaged with a movie like that. And that movie kept me engaged the entire time. So those last 5 minutes of the film, they are garbage, but I forgive that movie, and I still think the movie's excellent.
Yeah. I would agree with you.
That's when it stretches, it goes, I mean, yeah, everything stretches beyond the boundaries of reality, but you really can't imagine the ending the way it happened.
They should have had something. They call it out that the characters never fight back.
Yeah,
and that was my problem the whole time. Is that the people never fight back.
But there's a reason for that because he's giving them hope and then taking it away all the time and breaking their spirits. But there's no reason why they would give up at the end.
Yeah,
so
they should have had another scene somewhere that just completely breaks them.
Yeah,
to where they just sit there and take it, but that's the only thing I would say.
Oh man, we're gonna have to do spoilers here. I just realized that because I do want to talk about this movie now. Okay, so I don't know when you just buy. Watch the Menu, then come back. Just hit pause, come back, and listen to us later. Okay, so enjoy the movie. It's really good. All right, so spoilers. Okay, I love some of the things I love. I love that when they show the dishes, and then it starts getting a little comedic, right? What Brian's mess or whatever, and then or so and so's plate of lamb chop that looks just awful.
Oh, yeah,
that was great. What was it called?
I don't remember.
I can't remember, but that was just great. That was great. There was some great because at first it would start off as a culinary visual thing, and then it became a joke, a dark joke. After a while, you're like, wow,
it's a mean really joke.
Good. A mean joke. The reason everyone's there for a specific reason, and we find out why. All of them are good. The only one that's a little hokey, but I love it, was John Leguizamo.
Yeah,
he just didn't like his movie, but it's because he should have been good in it, but he didn't appreciate his craft, his acting ability, and he accepted a crappy role, and that kind of disheartened him when people who are supposed to.
Well, he's an artist.
He's an artist. So
and, he expects.
He expects everyone else to do the same.
He sacrifices everything.
And he's talking to the prostitute about being an artist herself, so taking pride in your work. So that was established, and I'm fine with him being in there. Is what I'm saying. But the food critic makes sense. The rich person who just goes there for the status, doesn't really care about the food, just likes to tell people he's been 9 times at $5,000 a plate.
Can't remember a name of one dish.
Can't remember a name of one dish he ever had there. And then the obsessive foodie who wants to pretend he's one of them, but he's really not, and the chef knows this.
And was told what was going to happen, and brought somebody with him anyway.
Yeah, so totally disrespectful
Which
person.
I will say, one thing I like is the chef whispered something to him, and then he went off and killed himself. And they never revealed that. I like that.
Oh, I love
They keep
the
that secret. They're not
nuances.
gonna
They
give you
don't
everything.
explain everything, and that's what I love about
You see
it.
his spirit broken, and he goes and kills himself. But they don't baby feed you.
Obviously, the girl he was supposed to bring had something too, but we don't know what it was. But she was supposed to die, and like the head chef was fine killing her off, but there was a reason. But we don't know why. We don't need to know. Who was the other? The social media guys who kind of put him on the map or whatever or something. But now they're all about getting the clicks and getting their own thing. It's about the art. The best part is, in a way, the ending, as she figures out a way to get out.
Yeah.
By having him make a burger, because she saw that picture of him as a young kid,
Where he was happy
making burgers, and he just makes a regular cheeseburger, and it looks great, by the way. It makes you want a cheeseburger too. So they do a great job.
Well, no, the thing is, she says she's still hungry.
Oh yeah. Oh no, it's great. It's great. And so she's walking the line of being killed on the spot. But he kind of realized what's going on. He's kind of stuck because it takes him back to his nostalgia point when he was a happy kid, and lets her go.
The thing is, it felt true. He had his goal, his plan, and she was
never a part of it.
He wasn't tricked by her.
No.
But she was playing the right notes to where he
played
the notes back.
Because here's someone who loved food, just loves food. Doesn't have to be fancy. Has to be a good cheeseburger, and that's something that he loved making. That's part of his. It's the little, guilty thing you love that if you still eat pudding pops as an adult because you loved them as a kid, something like that. It's something like that. So he has a soft spot for that. That she really wanted it and enjoyed it. He already knows that she didn't think much of fancy food. He's wondering about that, but then he sees that she does love food and it's his favorite food, and he enjoyed making it. He has joy for the first. He hasn't had joy in a long time making his meals. But here's a customer who appreciates it, gives her a doggy bag, lets her on her way, and this is where the movie fails a little bit, the audience. And like I said, I forgive it. But at that one moment, everyone sees her walk out. Therefore, there is the first time of true hope. But yet, what do the characters do? They sit there and get roasted alive. And that made no sense, especially right after a hopeful scene. Now, if it was something like, we're all going to die either way, he poisoned us a few courses ago, and it's running through our skin, and we can feel it kind of paralyzing us, that would have been better, because there's no hope. But yet it ended on her not escaping, but being let go, and everyone seeing that. And why does everyone suddenly just don't even move? They just allow themselves to burn alive. That makes no sense.
And there's also the stretch that all of the cooks in the kitchen would go along with this whole plot.
Well,
you can understand maybe a couple of them.
I'll forgive that too, because he has brainwashed them over time.
Obsessed.
So they're all obsessed, and they want to make him happy. They want to please him. They will do anything for Chef. I'm fine with that. I'm fine because they've already established they were brainwashed from the very beginning, living in the same bunker, pooping in the same open space, stuff like that. So we automatically know there's something off with the chefs, which was good. That was good. But the real problem was, why are all the guests just sitting around there allowing themselves to be burned to a crisp when they just saw him let someone go?
And I will say, I do like that Asian girl that, kind of.
Oh, she was great.
She was great.
She was great. No, she was great. No, I love everyone.
See, she had that. She had that nice sweetness and menace.
Oh,
and then she could pull.
And it was the same character.
Yeah,
same. Didn't change character, but it was the same
talked
person.
about the bread. When they wanted when people, they didn't serve the bread, and people were asking for the bread, and she could just say the right lines, just as customer service, telling you what's going on and being apologetic, and then saying something that tells them to shut the F up.
I love it. I loved it. And then at the end, the girl who escapes sits back, watches the whole island burn alive, and eats her burger. I get it, but you're basically saying the F word over and over again and crying profusely if you get through something like that. So, I get it. It's a good burger. I get it, okay? That's, but they already did that joke in Pulp Fiction. That's one tasty burger. I wish it's Samuel Jackson. That'd have been great at the end. But Samuel Jackson's the cop.
It's more of the Fight Club ending where you're watching.
I know. I'm watching it burn. I get that, but she was a little.
And she didn't like any of the people there.
She doesn't like any of the people there, but she's definitely unnerved and scared stiffless for her life at the very end.
Which I would say that actress plays panic-stricken in all the movies she's in. She does panic great.
She does great. She's petrified in this movie, especially at the end when she asks, "Oh, my eyes are too big for my stomach. Could I have a doggy bag?" I mean, it's just everything's like, if I play this, if she knows if she says one wrong thing, he will kill her. But she's playing the right thing and hoping that this will work. But at the same time, you're holding your breath too for the character.
She's got those big eyes. That's what really sells it.
But you don't know if in that movie, I did not know if she was going to make it out alive or not. You know, because I thought, no, this is where everyone's going to. I just thought everyone's going to die.
Because his whole option was, okay, you can die with them or you can die with us. I mean, you're obviously not one of them, and we're inviting you to just come die
join
with us.
Yeah. So it was just really wonderful. And then, but at the end, she's like, F 'em, and then eats the burger, which looks like a good burger. Maybe
a little bit of a grin.
By the way, make a cheeseburger. Save it to the end and eat it. You'll thank me later.
And it's one of those things. I will say, I do believe the cheeseburger is probably my favorite food of all, period.
Oh, I'm a burger guy through and more than pizza. I'm a burger guy.
I like going and having a nice meal, but the movie's right. The cheeseburger is really where it's at. You get a good cheeseburger?
Oh, yeah. Good cheeseburger goes a long way. My good cheeseburger can have. I'm fine with ketchup, mustard on a cheeseburger. I'm fine with some cheese. I would like some onion. I would like some. I would like a pickle. I have to have pickles on my cheeseburger. Yeah. But in a good burger,
bacon.
Oh, bacon's fine too.
So some jalapenos on there.
What's Will doing next time he comes in? He's making us burgers. That's what he's doing. He's making us cheeseburgers and then setting us all on fire afterwards. So when I saw this movie, I felt really bad because Megan really likes watching movies and I really don't. And this is a movie I just saw on the whim, and I should have watched it with her because I think she would have loved it. However, you said your wife did not like it.
No.
Now, this is interesting. Why was she not a fan? It's not gruesome. It's not...
She doesn't like the tension and the killing.
Okay. Even when there's one chef assistant who shoots himself in the head, but they really didn't show that much.
No, it's not.
It's not gory. It's not really, but it is intense. I will say that. Tense. It's really tense the whole time. And even before it takes a dark turn, something is wrong and it bothers you. Oh man, I love where he gave all the men a run for it, and they all start running like cowards.
So what they show you in the trailer, and it makes you think that they're going to be hunting them down. I really thought that was the point of the movie.
Yeah,
because of that one little scene. But it's
that's not.
Oh, when he gave the guy the egg when he was hiding in the chicken coop.
for winning, for being the last one they found.
Oh, that was excellent. So funny.
But the one guy who didn't want to run away ended up just looking in to see what they were going to eat next.
Yeah.
Really, what else has that dude played? I've seen him.
Beast in the Younger Beast.
I could
Mad
not.
Max.
I could see. I didn't have Megan with me to tell me where he was from, but he looked so familiar. But he was Beast. That's right. So, and you know what? That's the best role he's ever played. Is in The Menu. I thought he did really good, and he was the reason that I watched it because in the trailer at the very end, where the chef's talking about they're going to die. He goes, "Chef, is this smoke at wood? Smoke cherry I'm talking about?" Yes. Like the chef's kind of he's like, "Yes, whatever." Moving on. I just gave a speech that everyone's going to die, and you're asking, "What is this? What is this I'm tasting? I'm tasting a little bit of roux, whatever."
Because he knew it was going to happen.
Your brother is a chef.
I haven't told him about this movie yet.
I think William,
he would love it.
I think William would love this movie. I think he'd absolutely go bonkers at this.
It's his movie.
And I think a lot of people would. It's really good. I've not seen one like this. Let me ask you this. There's news I just found out prior to you coming here tonight. Dexter Origins.
They're doing another one?
They're going to do a prequel. Showtime has teamed up with Paramount Plus or merged together, and they need streaming stuff, baby.
My first thought is they're getting desperate.
That's an awful decision. I'm sure what's his face will do the commentary. He'll probably
can't play the
when
role.
I was a kid. Yeah, he can't play the when I was young. My mom did, but the Dark Passenger.
That would help if he did commentary.
Yeah, but I'm torn because I really liked the last Dexter season.
We needed that.
It was. I thought my wife hated the ending, but I thought it was good.
It was a good ending.
It was better than the last ending, and I was fine with it. I was happy with it. I don't want him back, even as a prequel. I don't think that deserves a prequel. Just giving thoughts there. I don't even know if I'll watch it right now. Like
no,
this,
that's Showtime saying, what do we have that was successful? Let's do that again.
I know. And it's sad because it was a good call.
What else?
By the way, spoilers on Dexter, but it was a good call to kill him off. Mm-hmm. It was a good call to end it that.
They should have done that with the originals.
They should have done that with the original. I totally agree. But this was good.
Yeah.
You know, Dexter looks like he's going to get away again like he always does and live a new life and get to live another, you know, he's got his way out. He's weaseled his way out again. He's on the run. No.
And I like what they did with his son, but we don't need to see his son as a
We don't need to see his son as a serial killer. We don't need to see anything left. They left on. Sometimes you got to walk away from a series and let go. And that's one of them. But I don't know what else Showtime could bring. Oh, Billions is getting some kind of prequel or whatever.
Never watched it.
I never watched it either. But I don't think I ever watched anything else on Showtime, to be honest.
No.
So I don't know what we need. We need something with Spartacus, but I don't know what. But, oh my goodness.
But that wasn't Showtime.
That was Showtime. Oh, no, it wasn't Showtime. It was Stars. That's right, Stars. It's too bad. I would like to see more, like instead of House Batiatas, give us other houses maybe. I know. I just want to see more gladiator fights.
If you bring back Bariatas, I would watch whatever you did with him. I don't care.
Oh, yeah. Man, they were good.
Oh,
they were so good. That's such a good. I need to watch that again now.
You could raise him from the dead. I would watch that show because he was so good.
If you've never seen Spartacus, first off, this is not a family show. I'm just going to tell you that right now. It's not a family show, and this sucks because I really want Megan to watch it.
Except for all the gratuitous.
Except half of it is gratuitous. No, half of it is just plain out full frontal nudity on both ends, and the other half is just gratuitous violence, but it's fantastic. It's fantastic. I feel like Dennis Leary. I want to eat raw meat while I'm watching. I want to eat cheeseburgers while watching this. And the thing is, I thought about this. This is something I'm not going to watch with my children. I can't do that.
You can't even admit that you watch it to your kids.
Even when they get older, I can't say that because it's awkward watching that with your dad. You can't watch it, but it's like, how do you not? You can't suggest this to any of your friends who are decent people.
Well, it's like Jackson watched The Boys without me. I'm gonna watch it with him, but I'm never going to mention Spartacus because I don't want. Part of me is like, I don't want you to watch that. That's my son. I'm trying to protect you from these things.
That's so stinking good.
And at the same time, I was like, oh, when am I going to watch it again?
I know. I want to watch it again. And the thing is, the first time I watch it, the second time I watch it, Megan just happened to come in and out of each of those scenes. Like, it only looked like a 300 TV show, which she's not interested in.
That's good.
And then once he'd leave, they're boinking at it again, man. those frisky Romans. And like I said, man, I mean, hey, there's equality in that nudity. I mean, there's a good roll of Mel Shiners in one scene that I pray when I watch it again, that's the moment Roger decides to come visit. But Roger's no roommate of ours. But anyway, God bless America. But anyway, I heard that, and I'm like, I'm not interested in a prequel. I don't want to see one. I don't even know, like at this point, Firefly, they're just never going to bring back, I guess. That's just a pipe dream now.
Well, Josh Whedon has his own problems.
Well,
whether we see him do anything again will be interesting.
He hasn't done anything, has he? He's
had his Me Too moments.
Oh. Wait, doesn't he get to come back? When does he get out of the little jail?
I don't know.
I mean, he's been laying low. These
stories coming out.
Kevin Spacey came back out. He did some kind of movie. Got some French award. Thank the French for not dwelling in cancel culture.
And the thing is, Josh Whedon's last legacy to us was Justice League.
Oh goodness! Well, it was better than Snyder Cut.
No, it was not. No, yes, it was not. The Josh Whedon version was horrible. And but the thing is, he had his issues. There've been all these stories coming out from the Buffy set. It's not good.
Yeah, no. But at the same time, Sarah Michelle Gellar was a big defender of him for the longest, like singing his praises and everything.
She's not anymore.
But that's because other people got brave first.
Yeah.
But even when people were coming out, like the first one to come out was very early. Was what's her name? She went to Angel. But I can't remember her name. But that actress has been vocal, and everyone else just ignored her.
Now, what was the name of the little sister?
Dawn.
Yeah, but there was the stories of the guy that played Xander was like he was always not letting her alone with Josh.
Yeah,
he was always making sure that he was. So this was it was whatever was going on was not good.
Yeah, it was really bad.
There was some early rumors of some just normal Hollywood infidelity stuff. It was like, yeah, okay, it's just
it happens. It's directors.
But then you start all these other rumors and stuff coming out. I was like, oh my goodness, But hey, that's why you never, ever trust a male feminist because they're the worst.
That's right. That's right. They're that for a reason. Hiding, sheep's hiding in wolves' clothes. Yeah. So I think But anyway, what other upcoming? Is there any upcoming TV shows or something you've heard of or?
No.
No, none. Are you watching anything right now?
I just finished Lovecraft Country.
Oh yeah, okay, go ahead.
Because speaking of my woke bona fides.
It's after watching MAGA Forever, you decide to watch.
Well, the thing is, the main character in the show, he's going to be playing Kang. He's Kang in the.
You told me that.
So I kind of wanted to watch. I wanted to
see the actor.
I like Lovecraft. I've enjoyed a lot of stuff. I was curious to see how it goes. And the thing is, in a way, it was very interesting.
Okay.
Period. But at the same time, white people are the devil. I didn't know if you knew that.
Yeah, we get told
there
that
are
all the time.
zero white characters that are even remotely decent in this whole show.
No, it's to be expected.
And even when they would try, you think you're going to. Like this black lady has this potion, turns her into a white woman.
Okay.
And you think, oh, we're going to learn the similarities between the people.
Yeah.
No. She just goes out and has a day on the town as a white woman.
Okay.
Everything's wonderful. She comes back, and the guy that gave her a potion was like, "Hey, you left your money and stuff here." And he's like, I didn't need it. I was white. And I was like, that's an SNL skit with Eddie Murphy. My goodness. We're really going to go here with this? And that's when every white person that watched the show is like, I cannot relate to the show at all.
Yeah, I'm done. Do you know a show that was so woke it's hilarious? It's really worth watching. The reboot of Saved by the Bell. It only lasted 2 seasons and it canceled because it's complete garbage. But it's almost like they're making fun of the woke. I mean, they're really trying to go as woke as they could, but it just really starts getting hilarious. Like the white guys are just self-centered idiots, but they're your favorite characters because everyone else seems petty and mean and depressive and sarcastic toward everyone.
And that's what I hear about the Scooby-Doo show on HBO Max that people are complaining about, is that it's so woke, but it's like all the woke people are just petty and vindictive.
Yes.
And this was kind of the same. Like all the people in the show, they were getting comeuppance against real wrongs, but it was like turning them into villains and doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, the show ended with this young girl who was a sweet little girl, killing the main villain who was trapped under a rock because that's how they left her, and she just snuck in. But it's like, why have the little girl, sweet innocent little girl, go do that other than she gets to smash the head of the white woman? It just it was corrupting.
Right. What about here's another one we'll talk about. What do you hope to see in the final season of Cobra Kai?
Hilary Swank.
Shut up. You don't. You're just doing that to get a rise.
I want to see a really good tournament. I want the tournament to be more than one episode. I want it to be multi-episodes.
I would like that. I would like that too. And I would like more. I don't know how they could bring in another club, but
we don't have time. We got one season. We can't bring in more.
You could. Mike starts his own club.
But they have to start it. The thing is, if Mike had a club already, yes. Or they hadn't introduced Mike yet.
It surely has to. And by the way, they're talking about spinoffs for Cobra Kai after this. The Cobra Kai world will have spinoffs. They're talking about original Cobra Kai. You know, young Johnny.
That would be the one that I'm the most interested in. Some of the other ones they've talked about, I'm not.
Young Miyagi, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not for young Miyagi. Young Cobra Kai, maybe, because that kid that they got is Johnny's, you know, if it's not his son, it's his illegitimate son. No one is saying anything. But, yeah, that would be interesting. That one would be, is like before Daniel came.
Yeah.
You know, right, or it's going to end as Daniel enters the picture. Okay. That'd be fun, I guess. But I'm not sure if...
I don't need anything.
I kind of wish the writers would just let it go, because they've done a great job. Well done. Take another 80s franchise and do the same thing. Or whatever. You know, what is there another movie out there that you really love and said, you know what? There's more to this story.
The Last Starfighter.
I'd love The Last Starfighter. I've already given my thoughts on how that could play out.
Right now, in this point in history, I am scared to death of Hollywood doing sequels of anything.
I am too, but I trust these guys.
I wanted Willow, and I can't watch Willow.
Have you tried?
No.
Okay.
I just heard too much.
I watched the movie again. What a great movie.
It is.
What a fun movie. My wife had never seen it, I guess.
I'm telling you, at some point, this era where they're just trashing on everything is going to pass, and then they can start doing this.
But here's the sad thing:
if
this Willow, and this is the sad thing, if this Willow TV show had come out 15 years earlier,
it probably would have been great.
Probably would have been great. That's the thing, because instead of just inserting whatever message you're trying to bludgeon over the audience's head, you actually just focus on a good story, which is not Chris Claremont's story. 3 awful books. Awful books. Couldn't even, like I told, Books of Moon would not buy those back. They were hardback, and they wouldn't buy them back. They bought torn up paperbacks of Star Trek, but they wouldn't buy that one. So, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to get a cheap book, you can find that one very easily.
Yeah, those books are horrible too, and they don't tie into the series, I think, because Willow goes by Willow and not Thorn, his new name or whatever. Because Chris Claremont's
saying it's not canon. Is that what you're saying?
I guess, but that's the time I'll be. Yeah, that's good. Blow it up.
There's a podcast I listen to. 374 pages will never get back. Where it's the guys that do riff tricks.
Shut up.
And they basically do novels, and they did the first book in that.
That's great.
And they still consider that the worst book they've covered.
Good deal. Yeah, Chris. By the way,
the thing is, they didn't even have fun with that one because it was so bad.
That is a terrible book.
Every episode was just them like, why do we have to continue?
It's a terrible book. It's a terrible book. It's a terrible series. I've erased it from my mind. I may not have finished the first book, but it was so bad. And I wanted to read these, and they were so bad. Chris Claremont, I was never impressed with him. He was overrated back in the 90s with X-Men. Because I've read some of his stuff. He was like, oh, no, it's the X-Men that were hot. It's their drawings they're drawing the hot ladies in tights. That's why people got X-Men. But I mean, have you gone back and read some of that garbage?
He's definitely over wordy.
Oh, he's terrible.
He feels like he's getting paid by the letter.
Yes. There's just word bubbles everywhere while it's funny, they're both racing to see who hits this button in the danger room first. And while they're taking each of the final 3 steps, they say or think 4 paragraphs each of thoughts. It can't physically happen in that span of time. It's terrible, but then the stories just don't go anywhere. And I don't know why he got so much accolades back then. He's a terrible writer. Does he still work?
I don't know.
Why can't they cancel that guy just for being sucky at his job? I don't know. Is there a writer that you always liked in comic books?
Peter David.
Oh, you love Peter David. That's right. Anyone who hasn't, did they ever collect his last Hulk issues in a trade paperback? Have they? I'm sure they have.
Yeah, they got like 4 Hulk omnibuses that collect his whole run.
Oh, that's what you need to get then. That's a pretty good, because that's the one you had me reading, and I loved it. And even how it ended was really good because he was taking steps to Maestro.
Yeah.
And then they rebooted it. And what'd you think of that first book?
Don't make me cry on the podcast.
I remember you got it and you were like, oh. It's like watching your favorite TV show that's really intense, lots of good drama, lots of good special effects.
And they bring in John
And then
Byrne,
they
who's
bring in
also one of those, I think, in my opinion, is overrated. Yeah, I never was a big John Byrne fan, but people love his X-Men, his Fantastic Four run and stuff. But,
and then he brings it back to like
so bad.
SpongeBob SquarePants style, like kiddie version. But anyway, all right, folks, thanks for coming on.
You're welcome.
We'll see you next time on Princes of the Universe.